So I want you to help me give it up for Natalie. That, I believe, was her very first public interview representing Blushield. Her husband Brandon has done dozens or more. He can be ultra scientific and technical and way out there, or he can be really down to earth and accessible, but for Natalie that was her first time. So I think she did an amazing job. Help me give it up for her, celebrate her. Yay, Natalie! So I just wanted to share just a couple more details that I thought of after our conversation. We talked about how EMFs are kind of coming from everywhere. There's the good ones and the bad ones. The good ones heal our bodies. We know, for example, of 5 bioactive frequencies of sunlight. She mentioned the earth energy a lot, but she was including sunlight. All energy comes from the sun on earth. All life, right, is supported by the sun. So there are at least 5 different frequencies from the sun that modulate and affect and heal our bodies. So sunlight is massively powerful and healing. So just being outside, touching the earth is really good. Being in the sun is so good. The 3 strategies, though, that we talked with the negative ones, the first one was to reduce our exposure to those negative EMFs, and one that didn't come up in the interview, but I think is really super easy, quick to do without changing much, and makes a big difference, is to unplug your wireless router at night. That way, at least during sleep, you get a lot deeper of a sleep and restorative healing experience, which is what sleep is supposed to be. No one's using it, hopefully, at night, and you can just plug it in again in the morning. The dirty electricity we didn't get into a lot, but that is happening more and more. It used to be that dirty electricity meant there was a wiring error. The wires weren't connected just right. They were touching too many things. When a charge is going, it has equal, I'm not an electrician, when it has equal either amplitude or whatever going one direction on the wire and the other direction on the wire, the magnetic fields cancel out. But if it's touching something else, and so there's not an equal amount going both directions on a wire, it doesn't cancel out anymore. There's a significant magnetic field that is being exposed from there. But anymore, with our smart devices and our smart meters, those that are plugged into the grid are not just giving out power, they're also collecting information by pulsing. And so what that's creating is that imbalance on the 2 directions on the wire also. And so I recently went around my apartment with my EMF meter, and I just noticed anywhere close to a wall, there was a higher EMF level. And so I just moved my kids' beds a little bit further away from the wall. There are dirty electricity filters, like whole house filters, that you can buy if you are ready to invest and upgrade in down leveling your physical stress level, your physiological stress level. Those can be an investment, but are probably so powerful for the whole family. Shielding is another strategy we talked about. It just needs to be done really strategically and probably with some measurements. And then if you bring a device that's emitting EMFs into your shielded space, then it's going to be an echo chamber, like we talked about, and make it worse. So just be very conscious if you choose that route. And then the last one is the resonating with good frequencies, getting a lot of that good energy into our bodies. Energy science is really just barely starting to take off. We think, because we can't see it, because so much of our scientific research has so far been on what we can see, that energy is kind of a woo thing and it's not real. But it is, right? Einstein, a long time ago, was the one who started that energy is matter, and matter is energy. Our smallest particles, we know that electrons in the atom are energy. We know that protons and neutrons are made up of quarks, which are energy. So really everything is empty space and energy. And for me, this is kind of a fascinating thing just to think about, and I don't get it. But finding those good energies, that and it's amazing that it works this way, but that our bodies can tune into, our cells can tune into, like a radio channel, from being outside, there are other positive energy creating devices that are definitely out there, red light devices and pulsed EMF therapies like Natalie mentioned. And then the Blushield is so fascinating because it's irregular but in a really natural way, and it's strong enough that our bodies can just tune into it. It feels like nature to our cells invisibly, and so that can be a really, and then they have that peer-reviewed clinical published study that it really benefits people and a lot of biological markers. So obviously if you don't have the money to invest, it's not your first choice, but if you do, it's one of those easy, like, plug and play, like, you're done. You do the work once and you're done, and it supports you and your family, your biology, and then also your mood because of that, your temper, your emotional regulation because of that, indefinitely. So just one option. Remember, you have a coupon code, Lucy Guzman 10, for listening to this summit, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. I look forward to hearing your thoughts, your comments, with respect and thoughtfulness always. So what did you learn here? What was insightful? What has worked for you if you've experimented with this in the past? What questions do you still have? And feel free to express respectfully if you have doubts. That's totally fine here. I can't wait to hear from you.